If you buy the wrong sedan after 60, you could end up paying for it every single day with aching knees, a sore back, painful exits, and thousands of dollars in buyer's remorse. Many buyers still focus on horsepower, flashy technology, or luxury badges while completely ignoring the one thing that matters most: how comfortable and effortless a car is to live with every single day. That's exactly why this list exists. We've studied the latest evaluations from trusted automotive experts, safety organizations, reliability data, and owner feedback to identify 7 sedans that truly stand out for seniors. These cars offer easy entry and exit, supportive seats, outstanding visibility, excellent safety technology, smooth rides, and the kind of dependability that keeps repair bills under control. Let's go find out more. Number 7. Hyundai Elantra. Hyundai has polished the Elantra into a sedan that feels genuinely welcoming. Wide doors, seats that actually support you, and controls simple enough that you won't need a manual to figure them out. One of its biggest strengths is how you sit in it. You don't have to drop yourself into a low-bucket seat the way you do in sportier compacts, so climbing in and out is noticeably less of a chore. The seats keep your lower back happy on long stretches, and the ride smooths out rough roads better than most rivals in its class. You get a wide, open view through the windshield, and available driver assist features, blind spot warnings, rear cross-traffic alerts, forward collision avoidance, and lane keeping assist. Take some of the stress out of daily driving. Anyone who dreads tight parking lots will appreciate the surround view camera options on the higher trims. A generous touchscreen, real physical buttons for the climate controls, comfortable armrests, plenty of front legroom, and a layout that just makes sense. All of it adds up to fewer distractions behind the wheel. Robert from Ohio almost skipped the Elantra entirely, assuming a compact sedan meant a cramped, uncomfortable interior. Instead, he bought a sportier car with a much lower seating position. Within months, his stiff hips made every entry and exit a struggle, and long drives left his back aching. Once he finally test drove the Elantra, he realized comfort should have topped his list from day one. And looking back, he says skipping it cost him both money and comfort. Number 6. Subaru Legacy. Unlike most mid-size sedans, every Legacy ships with Subaru's well-known symmetrical all-wheel drive standard. That extra grip brings real peace of mind when the weather turns unpredictable, something a lot of older drivers value highly. Comfort is another strong suit. The suspension is tuned soft rather than sporty, which helps cut down on fatigue over longer drives. It shrugs off rough pavement with real composure, and the cabin stays quiet even at highway speeds. Getting in and out is refreshingly simple. The doors swing wide, the seat sits at a natural height, and the driving position gives you a great view without any awkward posture. Inside, big windows cut down on blind spots, and the straightforward dashboard keeps the controls you use most within easy reach. A lot of drivers prefer real buttons over digging through touchscreen menus, and the Legacy strikes a nice balance between modern tech and everyday usability. Reliability adds to the appeal too. Subaru owners tend to hold on to their cars for years, which makes the Legacy a smart, long-term bet heading into retirement. But stick around. The next car on the list brings a whole different level of interior polish while staying surprisingly affordable to own. It might be the biggest hidden gem on this entire countdown. Number 5. Toyota Camry. The latest Camry feels more refined than ever. Toyota reworked the cabin with supportive seats, better materials, and enough sound insulation to keep road and wind noise from wearing you down on long drives. One thing people consistently love is the natural driving position. You're not climbing up into a tall SUV, and you're not dropping down into a low sports sedan. It lands right in the sweet spot, which makes getting in and out surprisingly effortless. Ride quality holds up just as well. The suspension soaks up bumps smoothly without ever feeling disconnected from the road, so the whole experience feels calm and reassuring. Toyota Safety Sense comes standard, bundling in a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, full-speed dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert, lane tracing assist, road sign assist, and automatic high beams, all working quietly to reduce fatigue whether you're in the city or on the highway. The Camry Hybrid is worth calling out on its own. Its fuel economy lets you go further while spending less at the pump, which makes vacations and weekend drives a lot easier on the wallet. Toyota's massive dealer network is another underrated perk. Whether you're in a big city or a small town, finding service and maintenance is rarely a headache. In retirement, peace of mind often beats excitement, and almost no sedan delivers it as consistently as the Camry does. Stick with us, because the next two sedans move into genuinely premium territory, a real step up in ride comfort, cabin quality, and long-distance relaxation. Number 4. Honda Accord. Everything about it feels carefully thought through. The doors swing wide, the seats sit at just the right height, and the cabin offers plenty of room without the car ever feeling bulky. Getting in is easy, and just as important, getting back out after a long drive doesn't involve any awkward twisting or hoisting yourself up. Honda also nailed the seat comfort. The front seats offer plenty of cushioning and lower back support, and the driving position gives you excellent visibility in nearly every direction. Big windows and slim roof pillars make lane changes and parking noticeably less stressful. The Accord stays composed over broken pavement, expansion joints, and rough city streets while still feeling planted at highway speeds. And it's quiet enough that you won't have to raise your voice to keep a conversation going on a long trip. Storage is a pleasant surprise, too. The trunk is among the biggest in the midsize sedan class, so groceries, luggage, a walker, or a folded wheelchair all fit without a fight. Margaret, a retired elementary school principal from North Carolina, almost bought a stylish luxury sedan purely for its upscale looks, passing over the Accord as too plain. A year later, she was struggling every time she climbed out of that lower luxury car, and the repair bills were running well above what she'd expected. When she finally switched to the Accord, she admitted she wished she'd looked past the badge from the start. Comfort and practicality mattered far more than prestige ever did. The next two cars don't just offer comfort. They bring real luxury-level polish, exceptionally quiet cabins, and some of the easiest driving experiences you'll find anywhere. Number 3. Lexus ES. If effortless comfort had a four-door mascot, the Lexus ES would be a strong contender. Everything here is built to cut down on fatigue. The doors open wide, the seats sit at a comfortable height, and the cabin welcomes you in rather than making you squeeze into a low cockpit. Anyone dealing with knee, hip, or lower back stiffness will feel the difference immediately. The front seats are exceptionally supportive, especially on higher trims with multiple power adjustments, lumbar support, heating, and ventilation. Dialing in a comfortable driving position takes seconds. The suspension irons out rough pavement with real composure, and excellent sound insulation makes for one of the quietest cabins in its class. Highway driving turns relaxing instead of tiring. Visibility is excellent, and Lexus backs it up with the full Lexus safety system. Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, dynamic radar cruise control, lane tracing assist, lane departure alert with steering assist, and road sign assist. The hybrid version deserves special mention. It pairs luxury-level comfort with genuinely impressive fuel economy, so you get premium refinement without a premium fuel bill. The interior matches the experience. High-quality materials, intuitive controls, strong climate control, and comfortable seating front and back make it feel purpose-built for long-distance travel. Lexus ES is a serious bet to consider. Number 2. Toyota Crown. Unlike most sedans which sit you low to the ground, the Crown has a raised seating position that makes getting in and out noticeably easier. You're not climbing up like you would with an SUV, but you're also not sinking down like in a typical sedan. It lands right in the middle, and that's exactly the point. That higher seat also sharpens your view of the road, giving you a commanding look at traffic that makes intersections, merging, and busy highways feel a lot less intimidating. Toyota pairs that elevated seating with a genuinely smooth suspension that soaks up bumps without losing stability. Even long interstate drives stay comfortable, and the quiet cabin helps keep fatigue at bay. Every Crown comes with Toyota Safety Sense, bringing automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane tracing assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and a long list of other driver assist features that add confidence behind the wheel. All-wheel drive comes standard too. Whether you're heading to see family in the winter or driving through a downpour, the extra traction offers real peace of mind. The hybrid powertrain rounds things out with excellent fuel economy and smooth, quiet acceleration that never feels jarring. The Crown doesn't get as much buzz as some of its rivals, but if accessibility, comfort, visibility, and efficiency top your list, it's one of the most well-rounded sedans on the market right now. Number 1. Kia K5. Finally, we have the Kia K5, a sedan that pulls together modern tech, real comfort, strong value, and everyday practicality into one impressively complete package. The K5 gets the balance between accessibility and polish just right. The seats are supportive without being stiff. There's generous room for driver and passengers alike, and the controls are laid out logically, which keeps distractions to a minimum on the road. Comfort is one of its biggest strengths. Kia tuned the suspension for a smooth, quiet ride that handles rough roads with confidence while staying stable at highway speeds. Big windows, available surround view tech, a blind spot view monitor on higher trims, and well-placed mirrors make parking and lane changes a lot easier. The safety features are thorough too, including forward collision avoidance assist, smart cruise control with stop and go, highway driving assist, lane following assist, blind spot collision avoidance assist, and safe exit assist. The cabin has quality materials, available heated and ventilated seats, dual-zone climate control, a responsive infotainment system, and plenty of interior space that give it the feel of a much pricier car. Ownership costs help seal the deal too. Kia's generous warranty coverage remains one of the best in the business, which adds real confidence if you're planning to keep the car for years. If you're after a smart mix of comfort, safety, value, reliability, modern tech, and easy day-to-day driving, the Kia K5 stands out as one of the smartest sedan buys. So, that wraps up our countdown of the 7 best sedans for retirees. Do like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know which one you like and why. I would like to know what you think of these cars if you already have one on your list.